As my elder would say, "Njan wanitan," you belong here with your community, your nation.
My name is YVONNE BATOCHE and I'm from Lake Babine Nation and I'm Bear Clan. Being a youth in care was difficult growing up because we felt like we weren't really a part of anything. We felt like we didn't belong anywhere. We always got moved from different foster homes because the foster parents didn't want us. I remember actually when we went to our first culture camp, my siblings and I always said that we were a different clan. We said we were Frog Clan, but we were actually Bear Clan. The elders there told us that, and ever since then we were very proud of that, and we always made sure to say that we were part of the Bear Clan. And before that we never really knew anything about our culture or anything like that because we weren't really taught that when we were in our group homes or foster homes until we were able to attend our culture camps with Sekani, and that's where we were able to truly see where we come from. So even if you're not living with your parents or if you're living in like a group home or foster home, you still belong. You belong to your nation, you belong to your family, and you belong to your clan.
You belong.
You belong.
You belong.
I'm Ellen Lawrence. I sit on the board of directors at CSFS. I'm from Burns Lake. And you guys need to know that you belong where your ancestry is, where your loved ones are. No one can take that away from you. You belong. You belong to your nation, you belong to your family, you belong to so much. You are our future. So we need to take care of you.
You belong.
You belong.
You belong.
I'm Jessica NOOSKI and I'm from Notley-Witten Bend. I think it's important to recognize youth in care, especially for the youth. I think they need to have more community sense of awareness where they come from. And every person has a belonging in their family and their community, and we'd like to see more of that.
You belong.
You belong.
My name is CHERYL Boyd. I'm from the Beaver Clan. I am with Cheslada Carrier Nation, and I work in Burns Lake, Sekani Family Services. Kids in care who have been removed from their parents feel like they don't belong, right? They've been taken away from their parents and their community and put into foster care. So when they come to my agency, I want them to feel like they belong to us. So all my team, my whole team here, even though one child is connected to a social worker, my whole team supports a child here. So a child can come and talk to me at any time. They can talk to any of my guardianship workers. Everybody supports a child in care in this office. Our children in care are our future. So every time we focus a lot on education for the kids in care. We have a youth who has just been accepted into Emily Carr, which is so awesome. We're so proud of this youth and we support her, and we encourage all our kids to go to post-secondary just to have a better outcome for their future.
You belong.
Hi, my name is Johnny KETLO III. I'm from Notley-Witten and I'm a Frog Clan member. Yeah, if you live in Prince George, or maybe you've moved to Vancouver or even beyond in the world to do your thing, I would say come here. You are always welcome here. Knock on a door, you'll probably get fed bannock soup, you know, like it's always a place you can come back to, and it's a place you should be. For instance, youth in care, my cousins were some of those people, and I didn't see them growing up through their whole life, and now they are here. Some of the best hunters, and you know, there's always something to offer, there's always a reconnection. And when he did come back, I remember how happy we were all to see him, and it was like he had never left.
You belong.
You belong.
You belong.
When I was in care, I was one of those people that felt like I didn't belong because I was living outside my community with non-Indigenous people. And so I never got like my Aboriginal food, such as salmon, smoked fish, canned fish, berries. I never got the taste of that. So in my adulthood now, I believe it's important that our children in care come back to our communities, because as I'm an adult now, with the moose and the berries I get, I share with everybody, because when I was a kid, I didn't have none of that. You have to know that you're loved. You're loved, you're unconditionally loved, and there's so much stuff in our communities to help you come back home, and you know where you have to come from. And family, whether it's little, big, you're welcome home. And you're loved here, and people will show you the love. You could be whatever you want to be in life. You gotta reach for the stars, and you gotta believe in yourself and know how much people have your back. You could be a doctor, you could be a chief, you could be my next chief, you could be my next boss. I say that out loud. I say that to my youth of Notlewotan, to Stalacko kids, to every First Nation child. I always give inspiration to them, because I lived in care for so long, and the only person that ever gave me inspiration really was my mom. And she used to tell me I used to have the stars to look up to, and you could be in Hollywood, like, you know, anything is possible. The Baker twins, they come from Stalacko First Nations, and they're in Hollywood right now. And you know, we have our own model in Notlewotan. We have Damien KETLO. We have lots of models. You gotta look up, and you gotta choose who you wanna be like. Choose your own path, choose it right, and choose your friends wisely. Know that lots of people love you and will care for you.
For our youth who, you know, feel like it's too late to come home, or that finding that sense of belonging, I would, you know, try to look on the positive outskirts. You know, maybe your journey leads you here into your later adult life, but I think it's important to bring perspective when you come back into your community, you know, once you find your way, that you can be a voice for someone else who's going to go through the same experience down the road. You know, like I said, we all don't go through the same experiences, so you know, if you do come back, you know, the door is always open. There's always that, you know, that big open-heartedness of our people, and you know, I think it's just important that you, you know, you make the best of it when you come back, and you be that voice for people who are going to go through the same thing, essentially, because, like I said, we all deal with things differently. We all get a different draw of the card for our individual lives. So, you know, I think it's important for people to, you know, whatever they go through, is just to teach and try and pave the way to make others' lives easier down the road. You never know what opportunities are gonna come, so like I said, keep an open mind. You know, I've done a number of things with, you know, having a hockey career, getting a degree in Native American Studies, you know, playing a little bit of pro, playing music with my band, ended up on a TV show with Big Brother for Canada, and also just working in my community and just being, you know, that kid from the res, trying to give back to my community, ended up being elected on council. So, you know, the journey never ends. Keep an open mind, stay positive, and just make the best of your situation, because we all do belong.
You belong.
You belong.
You belong.
You belong.
My name is WILF PLASWAY Jr. I belong to the Mountain Clan of the Lake Bavi Nation. For the youth that is in care, we would like to see for them that they are worth it, and we want them to have a very good life and be loved by all the people that they're with as foster parents. is for all the people that's living in far away from their own traditional territories. For all of us, we always tend to see if we could get them to learn more of their traditional culture and show them on who they really are from the bands that they're from. That we would like to see them learning their traditional songs, their backgrounds on being as Lake Valley Nation or other of the Carrier and Sekani regions.
Everybody's experience is different, and those experiences shape our lives no matter what they may be, and our kids knowing that they have a place and that they belong can shape their future in many positive ways. And like you said, in leadership, in being that person that is maybe teaching our youth at school. Maybe they're an athlete, maybe they're a doctor, maybe they're a mechanic. Maybe there's so many things that are needed out there and within our communities, our own people, and our kids absolutely do matter. They are our most important thing for our future. There's always a place for them. Every one of us belongs somewhere and have a purpose. I believe that.
My name is Yvonne George. I'm from Stellatan First Nation. The saying goes, it takes a community to raise a child. Your community are your grandparents, your parents, your aunts and uncles, your cousins, your siblings, your foster parents, your leaders of the community, the chief and council, and the administration office. They're all your community. The social workers, they're part of your community. Just like our fingerprints, we're all unique. You were created to serve a purpose in life that you will find one time. Something will come to you. And you belong, as my elder would say, Njan Wanitan, you belong here with your community, your nation. Awetsa.
My name is THERESA NOOSKI and I'm from NOOSKI First Nation. I believe it's important to recognize the youth in care because just because they're not in our community, they're still part of our community. And they're gonna grow to be the next leaders, the next important people that we look up to. We used to have a group where we would drum and sing as a community, but we also included some of them. We had some kids that were in care that would come and join our group. Not from our nation or anything, but we still made them feel included and we gave them our regalias and let them dance with our kids. So I believe that if a kid feels like they don't belong, that you're gonna find somewhere that you do belong. Like, we have like auntie systems. If you don't have an auntie, I'll be your auntie.
You belong.
You belong.
Njan Wanitan, you belong.